everybody, this is Marie, and welcome to Marie's Chatty Tarot. And today we're going to be talking about the media, particularly BuzzFeed and Vice. But before we get started, today I'm going to be using the Art of Adventure Tarot deck. It is a pretty cool deck. It is so funky, so different. I just love it. For some reason, my energy matches with this one. And so yes, a few days ago, we've heard the news that BuzzFeed is laying off a lot of its people, and that they're going to be absorbed by Huffington Post. I think that's the parent company. Basically, it's a dead company. And this morning, Vice, the news media, they're going to be filing for bankruptcy. And not long ago, we've seen CNN made some changes to their people, to their anchors. Like Don Lemon is no longer there, Cuomo is no longer there, Stelter is no longer there. I mean, they're really exiting these fossils at a very rapid rate, right? And we also have to mention Tucker Carlson, who was exited as well a few days ago, and the list goes on. We know for a fact that a lot of media companies are suffering. People are not really paying attention with them. A lot of people who used to do print don't do print anymore. Company that used to do print, they don't do print anymore. They now basically online. And I know the New York Times, they lost a lot of subscribers. A lot of those companies have taken hits. The information is not in one particular place. It's like scattered around. But if you take the time to analyze the data, you see a pattern of the media taking a big hit in general. People are not trusting them. I mean, we've seen the polls quite often because they lied. They've been a vehicle for propaganda, and apparently, if you guys did research about Operation Mockingbird, you will find out that the CIA has infiltrated the press and that they have their own people dish out narrative that they want. I know for a fact, for example, Anderson Cooper, he used to be an intern for CIA either during college, right after college, and he has it on his Wikipedia. Now, I don't know if they removed it, but at that time, I thought it was like so interesting. And we also find out, apparently these covert operative, they have infiltrated different part of the media, different part of major companies, and so forth. Example, the CEO of Budweiser, Bud Light, he used to work undercover as a CIA operative, and he had it on his LinkedIn. You are welcome to watch Benny Johnson video where he did the scoop on that one. So this is not outside of realm of reality. It's being done as we speak. So I always thought that the media was the last to fall. So yeah, I know if you follow the 17 letter of the alphabet, he says Israel's for last. But however, who controls the media? I mean, if you've done your research, it's a particular group of people, very powerful. And I always felt that they were controlling the matrix. Now, once you're able to remove them, then the veneer of the matrix will slowly crumble. So now we want to know, with this going on, the fact that the media, all these changes happening in the media, what does the card wants to say about that? About the changes happening in the media with all this firing, this layoff, those restructuring. I mean, we've seen this everywhere, right? So what does the cards wants to share about uh, let's do the U.S. media, because probably be a better. Four of Pentacle, 7 of Pentacle, 5 of Pentacle in the past. Okay, that's a lot of 7 again of Cups this time around, and potential outcome 3. 4 of Cups, 10 of Wands clarification, and 3 of Wands clarification. So right off the bat, so we ask, so the media, what's going on in the media, right now? 4 of Pentacles, they're trying to hold on. So they're trying to hold on as much as possible, whatever little power that they have left with that 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so they're they're struggling here. So I guess that's their way of cutting costs, restructuring, streamlining their side, because that's the last fortress, the last of the Mohegans. That's their last stand. Because with that 7 of Pentacles, you see they're hard at work, working overtime really, to make sure that their investment is taking root, that they really cement themselves with, in terms of the narrative, as an authority and as being credible. Because again, coins deal with tangible manifesting, try to cement your influence in this realm. At least that's how I'm choosing to see it. And in the past, with that 5 of Pentacles, that's loss. So they have suffered major loss. Again, as I mentioned before, all these companies are taking hits after hits in sales, in viewership, and we've seen it. And the card is reflecting that as well. So which is pretty cool. We're on the right track. And so right now, there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of dysfunction around the media. Every time that you see 7 of Cups, it's usually about choices, but it's also about dysfunction. So nothing is solid. It's like nebulous. It's no clear goal in sight, no focus. You don't have your attention in one particular goal or topic. So right now they are not in sync. They are confused, and there's a lot of dysfunction around them. So they're basically in such a rush, or in such a position that they're trying to hold on their power, whatever is left. They're not being analytical. They're not being focused. They're not being precise. They're making error. I guess they're so focusing on the maintaining power, and trying to convey this image that we still got it, that we're still there. But they're losing. They're losing ground. So if this was a battle, they're losing right now, and we're winning, because there's a lot of citizen journalists that, like Ultra Pepe Matters, I think is on Rumble. Cat Turd is another. I mean, there's the Disclosure TV, Untruth Social. I mean, there's so many different outlets that you can go to find information, truth, or as truth as we know it can be, as opposed to these people. So again, they're not focused. They're not in a clear. They lose sight of who they are, of their mission, of what they want it to be. Right now, they're just like scattered brain. And 4 of Cups. So usually 4 of Cups is a card of apathy, not caring. They don't when you are in a position where the ship is sinking, but you just, at this point, you just don't care. You just, for the sake of you're gonna have to continue playing the game until the bitter end kind of thing. So they're just gonna, that's the feel that I'm getting with that uh, Four of Cups. You know, not really caring what other people are saying, not really caring or really ready to state or to accept the obvious that they're losing. They don't see, uh, you know, they don't want to acknowledge the resident or the citizen journalist or different way of doing journalism. They're not about that. They're about, let's hanker down kind of feel about us. Let's do our own thing. And that's not gonna work because of the ten of wands. 10 of wands is, they're on their last break, because 10 is ending for me. It means that it's not their model of business, their model of work. It's not operational, it's not sustainable, and we've seen it, right? We've seen it in the news. The pattern is clear. They're on their way out, and this is basically what this is saying. The media itself, no matter how much restructuring they do to maintain control, it's not going to work. They're still going to burn themselves out. It stopped the bleeding, but it doesn't stop. I mean, it slows down the bleeding. I mean, but it doesn't stop the cause, and they're the cause. They're not telling the truth, and they don't want to realize that, and they don't want to admit it. They don't want to see it. With that Four of Cups, they just want to do their own thing. It doesn't work that way, right? So they're close to their exit. So a lot of those media companies, they're either gonna leave this plane, or they're gonna be restructured, or they're gonna be changed completely with that Three of Wands. So Three of Wands is about new enterprise. So maybe new companies will reemerge, and we've seen already on TikTok, on YouTube, on Telegram, on Truth Social, now Twitter. There's a lot of accounts that you could go to, like people, like X22 Report. One man show, and he gives you all the information in a proper format. So again, this depth of the media is gonna make wave to a brand new group, and they may be forced to change themselves with that three of wands. So that's interesting. So I guess the question is, how is the media going to look like in the next 6 months? Because the longer the media's stronghold, the longer we're stuck in this matrix, this web of lies, because they're holding truth back. So once information uncensored can come out, people will realize, how much we were played. So in the next 6 months, how is the media going to look like? Like the mainstream media, all media. I don't want to keep it to mainstream. I'm talking about mainstream cable media, all media. How's that going to look like in the next 6 months? I think it's a good question to ask, because we're tired of playing this game. Well, I know I am. What is the media going to look like in the next 6 months? Inquiring minds want to know. Okay, we're seeing the Seven of Pentacles again. Star situation. Six of Swords. King of Cups in present. Five of Swords, potential outcome, and Queen of Cups. Oh wow. And nine of Cups. There's a lot here to unpack. This is so interesting. So we asked, how the media is going to look like in the next 6 months. First is Seven of Pentacles. So basically, they're hard at work trying to maintain their influence, trying to maintain their business, trying their business model, because they want it to bear fruit. But you can see this guy, he is tired. He's not looking like a happy pamper, because in the next 6 months the stars shows up. So again, stars is hope and healing. It could be actually you're from the stars, but in this particular situation, they're going to be exposing themselves. And because as more truth and information comes out, with that six of sword, the six of sword is about moving from troubled waters. It can also mean information that's coming out, right? That's being revealed, because you see this person holding to this child, leaving behind some choppy waters, and he's trying to navigate themselves to a safer area. Now that's if you have the right weight, it shows better than this one, but it's still conveyed properly. So more information is coming out. As more information comes out on how they conspired to, I don't know, stop democracy. Their words, not mine. They're going to be exposing themselves. And I think we've seen it with those 51 spies. Now that came out, we've come to find out that they basically lied. And then all the news media, they pumped it ad nauseum, so that the people can go with a particular candidate at that time. So you know the rest of the story. So basically, they're going to expose themselves. We're seeing it now, but in the next 6 months, it's going to be more prevalent, because we're seeing the star. The star is a major arcana. So it's in a big way. It's going to be like, there's no way you can avoid this. Naked for the world to see. King of Cups. And in doing so, more people are going to be awakened, become aware. We're seeing it now. Charlemagne the God, he's in the Breakfast Club. He was the one that interviewed Biden right before the election, and Biden made that comment, if you don't vote for me, if the black people don't vote for me, you're not black, some kind of thing like that. That was censored. He had an interview not too long ago where he said that he's no longer Democrat. It's a bull-faced lie. I mean, this type of people are always Democrat, but the fact that he went out to say it, saying that he's paying attention, that he's not happy what he's seeing, because he was one of those characters that really propped up Biden, that he was, all great in a bag of chips kind of thing. And yeah, so people are becoming more aware, especially if you voted for the guy. People are trying to maintain their composure. A lot of them are silent. They don't even want to address the issue about Biden, because they're just too embarrassed about it. But they know that he's not a good candidate. We've seen it in the polls, and people have gone down out in the street to do those surprise street interviews. They're not being bashful about it. So awareness is kicking in. So in the next 6 months, it's going to be more so, because King of Cups, there's no higher than the king. So yeah, it's going to become even bigger. Awareness on how the media is being exposed and how wrong they've been, and they're gone above and beyond to manipulate. And we see that with that five of swords. So that 5 of swords is about, the media always trying to one up somebody else at at the expense of that other person. So they always have to have the upper hand. They always have to it's about power, maintaining power. So they're not afraid of using their position to break somebody else, to dismantle, or to defame. I mean, you can use whatever adjective or you want, but you see what the train of thought here, where they use their platform to amplify their message, and it's usually at the expense of that other person who's, not able to fight back. Look what they've done to that Kyle Rittenhouse, where they destroyed the guy uh, um, and lied about him. And I'm happy that he won this lawsuit, his lawsuit. And I mean, we can go on and on. The list goes on. But that's what they do. And people don't realize with that Five of Swords, yeah, if you use underhanded tactics to win, there's no winners here, because you're hurting yourself, you're hurting your community, you're hurting others, but they're not realizing how they're hurting themselves. And they are, because they're losing business, they're losing viewership. Hey, it's a bad cycle, right? So again, the Queen of Cups is to emphasize, again, the next 6 months, people are going to become more aware. Their intuition is going to become sharper, keener. People are like, nah, we're not going to buy what you're saying, because we've learned from this mistake. So people are going to be paying attention a lot to the media to see how, to even exposing them. Because this queen, she look at her cup, very ornate. So she's really focused on that particular cup, being focused on what is being said. So the eyes on the media is going to be magnified in the next 6 months. And the Nine of Cups is the wish and desire, having your wish come true. So you see this gentleman on the surfboard, pretty chill, relaxing, and enjoying the moment. He has those I don't remember the name of those fishes where they eat the skin out of your hands and feet. I know a certain region in the world, they do that a lot as a form of pedicure and therapy. I forgot the name, but it will come to me. And just chilling, relaxing, and having your dream wish come true. So it's to say that people who know the truth about the media is going to have their wish come true, because they're going to be exposed for what they are, and they're going to be vindicated in a way. So, interesting. Pretty cool read. Let me take 2 more cards just to see. So that will change society as we know it. And yes, there's always going to be, this is with that 10 of Pentacles. So 10 means ending of a group for a group. So 10 means inheritance. It could be the ending for a particular group, nation, establishment. So here, this means for me, 10 of Pentacles is going to be an ending for the media. 6 months, maybe 10 months the most, but it's really gonna change the landscape for media as we know it. And some of them may get arrested. And yeah, there's always the few holdouts, people who refuse to see the truth, accept the truth, but things is gonna get a little crazy in the next 6 months. So wow, thank you guys for sticking with me to the end of this video. That was pretty cool read. And that brings me joy, to be honest with you, because the sooner the matrix, the media can get out of the way, the sooner the truth can come out, the sooner we can heal as a collective, and we can move on to better things, right? So thank you again. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. I'm so grateful to have you alongside with me on this journey. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.